Hey guys, and welcome to Sponge's Tech Tips. I'm Sponge. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And then also I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to the channel. The numbers on here are something I never even imagined that anybody would be interested in watching. And all the responses that I've gotten have absolutely humbled me. I appreciate the comments, all the compliments. I'm glad I was able to help you guys out. I also want you to know I have gotten a little pushback in the comments on some of my tech tips, and that's fine. I appreciate it. This is just me sharing my advice and you know, what I've found to work, and hopefully I can help one of you guys get through a project that might be causing you some difficulty. So we are going to do something different today. I am as you guys know, I'm always working on cars, but I'm also human. I have a home. In fact, that's where I'm at today. I'm in my kitchen today. So normally you guys are used to seeing me in the out in the lot working on cars, but I'm human, and I've got a family, and I've got 3 wonderful boys, and that's what leads me. Speaking of, here they are. Here's one of them.
Hi.
This is my middle son. I've got an older son. He's 23. And this is, what's your name?
Roland. Hi guys.
Come over this way because you're kind of not in the
Tech
picture.
Tips.
So this is Roland. He's my 13-year-old. He has his own channel on YouTube, and it's called R-A-D, which is Roland and Dad Reviews. Yep. And on there, what do you do on your?
We review movies and we review other stuff. So if you guys want to go check that out too, make sure to subscribe to that channel as well. R.A.D.
Reviews. It's actually movie reviews still, but he does other things than movie reviews on there. So he reviews toys and French fries most recently.
Yeah.
Right? And then this is my littlest one. You got to move over a little bit to get in the camera. Oh, over. There you go. What's your name?
Prison.
And how old are you? He's 4. This is my littlest one, and these are 2 of my 3 boys, and they motivate me to do everything that I do every day, right? All right. I love you, buddy. You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Love you. So what are we doing today? If you saw in the heading, we are going to do something quite different. So same as you guys see me working on cars throughout the well, for me, throughout the weeks. You guys not so much. I also come home and I work on stuff. I enjoy working on vintage toys, and that's what we're doing today. And you guys, some of you are going to hate me, but are you ready for this? So you guys all know Tickle Me Elmo. This thing was all the rage, what, 20 years ago, maybe more. I mean, he's come and gone throughout the years. I think Elmo's still on Sesame Street. I don't even know. But so this particular Tickle Me Elmo is from 1997, 1995. So, gosh, 25 years old already? Is that, yeah, 25. And this was a little, you know, a little find that I had. And unfortunately, he works when you tickle his belly. But once you get to the third push, I don't know if you guys can hear. So his voice box is working, and something's working in there, but he isn't shivering. He's supposed to go, but he's not doing that. So so I already dissected him, and I figured out what the problem is, and I think I figured out a repair for him. So I'm just going to give you guys kind of a run through. So right out of the gate, the easiest thing is we're going to access his kind of his guts here, if you will, and I'll show you guys how to get at his batteries. So if you happen to not know how to change batteries in your Elmo, this will help you. And then if yours is broken and having a similar problem, you can possibly repair it, or maybe even troubleshoot yours to find out what the other problem is. I don't know if there's a part number on this. Let's see. This one is from Tickle. Let's see if we can get up there. Tickle, Jim Henson Productions, 1997-95. There is a number back here, 32715. If you guys can see that. That might be his part number. I'm not sure. So what I want to do, I'm gonna pan the camera down. Oh, I wanted to say too, there's lots of different Elmos. Some of them are ticklish on their hands and feet. Whoops, wrong way. Let's pan this down. And then I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Right about there. And that should allow you guys to get a good view of what I'm doing. I'm going to try my best to keep what I'm doing in view. But what I was going to say is some of your Elmos, if you squeeze their hands, they'll tickle. If they squeeze their feet, they'll tickle. Some of them walk. This one is just a belly. I honestly think this might be the original Tickle Me Elmo. But I'm not sure. I'm not a pro on these. This guy was in such good condition. He even had his original tag in him, which absolutely ripped my heart out trying to pull this out, but I was trying to figure out what the problem was, and I did have to pull this out. So this guy had never even been operated, if, you know, I shouldn't say it. I don't know why this was still in. He was still giggling, but he wasn't moving. So I don't know if you can see that. That's that tag I'm talking about right there. I might be zoomed in too far. So, all right, let's go about this. First thing we're going to do to access Elmo's parts here on the back, there's a little Velcro area, and we're going to slide that apart. Or not slide, unvelcro it. You can see inside is the box. Now, the other thing I noticed too, looking around, there's quite a few different, we're going to have to deal with him getting tickled until we get this out, by the way, because you got to squeeze this out. But what I was saying is there's different boxes on the inside. Some are round. This one's somewhat square. So there we go. There's a little string that keeps it connected to Elmo. We're going to undo that, just so we can work on it without Elmo's body being in the way. Say goodbye, Elmo. Goodbye. So he's going to go stand over there for a bit while we work on his insides here. So this is the control box that was in there. I can tell you that this thing, when I got it, this little tag was inside here and taped. You can see some of the red, and I pulled this out. This was held on. Well, it's not held on. It just actually goes in under the batteries and then slides into a little pocket. And I had to pull that out. Now, yours may not even have that anymore. So, tool you need, Phillips head screwdriver. This is not out of my toolbox. This is out of our kitchen drawer here, but it'll work. You want the small, not the smallest, you know, not like tiny like eyeglasses one, but a smaller. I don't know. I always get confused. I don't know if that's a number 1 or a number 3, but it's the smaller end. It's not the number 2. We're going to back that out. This is how we're going to get at the batteries. So for those of you that are just tuning in for that, this is as simple as it needs to be. Now you don't need to take, you don't need to unscrew him, unscrew the little ribbon and take it away to change the batteries. We just did that to clear it out of the way. So once you unscrew that out, pop this off, slide it up, and there's your batteries. These were not the batteries that were in it when I opened it up. I put new batteries in just to try it out. It takes 3 AA batteries, and those 3 batteries control all the motions of it. It controls the voice box, and it also controls the vibrating of the counterweight. And I'll show you that here in a second. So we'll just leave this off. It's these are in there nice and tight, so it's not going to matter. So this is the button that turns it on. When you press this belly, that's what you're pressing. Okay, and on the end here, there's another box, and this has the counterweight in it, and that's what we're going to get at here. So it has 3 Phillips head screws, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're going to unscrew those, and we are going to separate the little counterweight that is supposed to spin. Now, if you guys don't have a real clean area to work, get yourself a little bowl. I'll just set those right there. My area is pretty clear here, so I don't need to worry about it. Taking the third screw out. Okay. And once you get those screws out, you're going to slide this out straight. Okay. So we're just going to pull it straight out. It's going to get caught a little bit coming out because there are some wires and whatnot. And we are going to pull that out just like that. So we've got a red and blue wire going to this. This is your little electric motor. And then that goes in and that turns a counterweight in this box. That is what makes him shiver. Now, this comes out. In mine, there was no glue. I don't know if yours might have some glue. Mine was not glued in. So I was able to just put a little pressure on it and then slide that back. Okay. Now we've separated the motor. You'll notice at the end of the motor, I've got this little gear, and we'll set that down right there for a second. And I'm going to show you guys, just so you know what's happening in here. That little gear goes through that hole, and it connects to another gear which spins a large counterweight. And I'll show you what that does. It's pretty simple. We've got 4 more screws. Now in mine, I have 3 screws that are the same size and 1 that is rather short. And I honestly don't know why. I've kind of tried to look at it. I almost feel like maybe somebody just grabbed a shorter screw from the factory, or maybe they, you know, dumped a whole new set of screws in there and realized they didn't need such long ones. That's the short one right there. You can see that one didn't come out very far. Now I'm just going to leave the screws in this plate so we don't mix them up, just in case there is a reason. Once you get those unscrewed, I'm going to sneeze, hold on. Excuse me, guys. Alright, once you get those unscrewed, you pull this plate off, leave the screws there. We'll set that aside. And inside here, you can see this is your counterweight. So as this spins, it rotates this little lead weight that causes the entire thing to go back and forth like that. So that's what's happening here. Now, why is it not working? Well, let's try some things out here. So I'm just going to screw this back on. We're done with that until we put that back on. Oop. These little kitchen screwdrivers are never the best quality things in the world, but they work in a pinch. Okay. Alright, we're going to set that aside. Alright, now let's go through some motions here. So we already know that our voice box is working. There's 1. There's 2. Now I'm going to hold on to this. And at 3, you guys see that the motor is spinning. For some reason, anytime I move it around, it wants to stop. So maybe it senses that. But let's try it again. Well, now what happened? Well, gosh. Now we've got another problem. I don't know what happened. Maybe my battery came disconnected here. Well, nevertheless, let's just keep going. I'm going to show you what we're going to do to fix this. So, I started looking at it, and I was like, why is the motor working, but this isn't spinning? And the more I started playing with it, I realized that this little gear right here is not attached anymore. So watch, I'll just pull this off. It's not even attached. So what's happening is this is feeling the tension against the counterweight. The motor's spinning. It's actually just spinning right inside this little gear. The gears, it's not even attached. So while it's rotating, I can grab this and it'll just keep spinning and this will stop. So what I'm going to do to fix this, and I'm sure there's a couple different ways. Obviously, buying a whole nother motor or new gear is possible if you know where to buy that stuff. But I'm going to try to fix it with what I have here. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to get my Dremel tool and I am going to flatten one side of the end of this gear. I'm going to take away about 25% of the or not the gear, I'm sorry, of the pin. I'm going to take about 25% away from it. I'm going to clean everything. There's some dielectric grease on here. We're going to get all that cleaned off with some alcohol. And then also on the gear. And once I have that sanded down part way, I'm going to use some glue, maybe a 2-part epoxy. And I am going to epoxy that back on. And then I'm going to let it sit and cure until I feel confident that I can put it back in. And I think that's going to solve the problem. So I will leave a comment. I'm not going to go through the motion showing you that just because of time. I don't want to do any editing here, but I will in the description section let you know if I think that or not that I think, I'm going to let you know if it worked or not. Let's see, I'm going to back this up here. I always go the wrong way on this. I'm still figuring out my gimbal here, so. Okay, guys, so when I leave the description, I'll let you know if my repair worked. But I feel very confident that this is going to get Elmo back to laughing, giggling, and shivering the way he's supposed to. So, all right, guys, I hope this was fun. For those of you that are Tickle Me Elmo fans, welcome to my page. I don't do a lot of Tickle Me Elmo stuff, so unfortunately this might be a one-timer for him. But if you are interested in seeing some more fun stuff, hit that like and subscribe button. Of course, get into the comments and say hello if you'd like. Let me know what you think. And in the meantime, I just want to say thank all of you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Right, Elmo? Goodbye. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.